Hi, everyone. Welcome to Implementation and Change Management at Grand Canyon University. My name's Angelina, and I'm going to be your instructor for this course. And I'm actually very excited to be teaching this course for you. Change management is an awesome topic. I know it can seem a little humdrum and a little dull at times, but it's actually the foundation for a lot of initiatives and involvement and change that happens in the nursing profession, in the hospital environment, or outside in other avenues, even in your personal lives. You can take a little bit of change management with you. And this will actually help you build and grow within your careers. Whether if you want to go into leadership or quality management, or maybe you're just taking this as a build on for a certification. There's a lot of things that you can do with the change management process. So if you can get this hardwired, you can use these elements to help you down the road. So to get us started, I just wanted to review a couple little elements. I'll be doing a little bit of recordings to help us along the way, but I don't want to assume that anybody's necessarily further along in their education than another person. For example, I don't know if this is necessarily your first class in your master's course, or maybe it might even be your last class before your practicum. Everybody's in at a different speed. And then next, some people haven't been in school for years. Some people, it might be 2 decades since they've worked on their bachelor's, and now they've, got the encouragement and motivation to go back to school, and they're working on their master. So it might have been a while since they worked on APA papers or even wrote discussion question responses. So I'm going to do some discussion question responses to say, hey, this is how you can respond to these to make it a little bit easier as you go. And then I'll subsequently be doing another recording or have available to you another recording of how to actually break down a rubric so that you can be successful in all your writing assignments. Now, if you're a pro at this and you've been in school for a while, this may not be new news to you. And if you know that you have this down packed, you don't have to watch this recording, but you're definitely welcome to. So on this very first one, you can see your very first discussion question. This is a week 1 discussion question, which will be due subsequently. I'm not going to give a specific date. I know it says there a specific date, but I want to be able to make this a universal video for some folks. So the first discussion question says, think about a change that took place at an organization for which you have worked or with which you have interacted with in the past. So that's one statement, one request. Who was involved during the change management process and what was their role? What impact did each professional have on the change management process? Was there a professional who was missing from the change management team, and how would his or her involvement make a difference in the project? Most people would go right at this and make like a long paragraph trying to answer all those elements. But sometimes if we're getting interrupted, if we're at home or at work, we're trying to do this on a break, we can get interrupted and we can actually miss parts, which may result in us losing points. And I know everyone here wants to get as many points as possible. So my recommendation is to break these down. So first one is to actually take the first part of this, and we're going to copy this. There's the first part that we're going to answer. Who was involved during the change management process and what was their role? So this is going to be the second question. So copy that, make that a next section. What impact did each professional have on the management process? Was there a professional who was missing from the team? How would his or her involvement make a difference in the project? So I have a feeling you can see what I'm doing here. I'm literally making headers for each one of the elements of this discussion question. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 questions. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So now is where we're actually going to answer those responses. And we're going to type it in just right under each header. right, the formatting doesn't want to work on this, but I'll fix that. No. And if you do it this way, if you put in your answers and responses to each one, you're going to hit every single element of this discussion question and have no doubt that you missed any aspect of it. And then at the end here, you're going to end up putting in your references. And make sure you're using professional citations and references within your document. Please remember that references and citations need to be 5 to 7 years old. I know our textbook was published, I believe, I want to say 2015, which will put it at 7 years old. So it's right on that edge of being available. But please note that it is good to use as well. So if you break down your discussion questions like that, you're going to be golden every time. All right. And then in your responses, make sure that you're doing a substantial response on 3 separate days of the week to your peers or to myself, and I'll be posting additional questions in the discussion forums just to get people motivated. I know in some of these classes, the number of students can be a little bit low, so it can get kind of monotonous responding back to the same people, and you might want a different flow of thoughts. So there'll be additional questions in there to get you some participation points. And then participation points are 20 points each week. And again, substantial responses on 3 separate days of the week. And then if you have any questions, please look at your acknowledgments. I put my phone number and contact information in there. You're welcome to call or text. I don't generally have any business hours, but you're welcome to call and text me. And I do have a Monday through Friday job. However, I have breaks in between, and I should be able to connect with you. I'm probably going to be mostly active in the mornings, but I will also be available in the evening too. So hopefully we can connect at that time, and hopefully we're going to set you up for success in this course. All right. Thank you and have a great day.